Sunny's first episode opens with a Japanese man lying in a pool of his own blood after being killed by a robot. After that, the camera pans back to Susie Sakamoto, a lady whose life is completely upended by the news that her kid and husband have died. They lost loved ones in the Flight 405, and sadly, they're not the only ones looking for them. It appears that we are living in a near future where humans and robots coexist. The small droids that are roving around are a hint that it's not as sophisticated as something like humans. In any case, Susie loves robots, even though one of them killed her mother in the past. Susie is unfamiliar with Japanese customs and feels uncomfortable with the tear-jerking ceremony known as ruikatsu. In essence, this allows loved ones to mourn as the handsome man dries their tears. The man asks each of the surviving family members to call the deceased on the plane and check their voicemails in order to do this. Susie feels a little uncomfortable about it, but she ultimately starts crying. But instead of going to voicemail, the phone keeps ringing. Is it possible that both of them are alive? Or did something take place? It might or might not be related to press reports stating that Counselor Ito passed away after suffering a fall inside his house recently. Susie returns home from her shopping to discover an enigmatic man waiting outside. Yuki Tanaka is his name, and it appears that he was once employed by her husband. He does, however, arrive with a gift. And, amazingly enough, it turns out to be a superior robot named Sunny. He's been working on this for years, but it looks like he's been lying to her the entire time. She was reportedly misled into thinking he was employed by the freezer section, which was moved to Myanmar 12 years ago. However, Sunny was created especially for Susie, and it will only do as she commands. Yuki shuts it off right away and places the robot in the closet as she departs. It doesn't last long, though, because the robot keeps turning herself on, and Susie isn't happy with her cheerful disposition. Susie decides she must visit Yuki since she has had enough. She discovers the incorrect man when she walks into his job in the middle of a Christmas party. This Yuki Tanaka is much younger, and when intoxicated, he makes the observation that her husband Maso was a very strict and terrible boss. Susie, who obviously doesn't know everything about her husband, discovers the room we first saw in the series after doing some research. Someone appears to be hiding on the blood-spattered floor. Might this be the deceased counselor who was featured on the news? However, this and the rumors that Masa is extremely scary appear to suggest that he might be abusive. Susie strikes up a conversation with the bartender at the cocktail bar about her predicament and how bots might not be completely trustworthy and safe. She mentions that she thinks the council member was slain by a bot and that Susie should switch them off entirely to ensure their safety. As we soon discover, Susie is under observation and someone is keeping a watch on her. Susie discovers unusual crimson tire tracks leading to what looks to be a blood pool on the ground as she makes her way home. We don't have confirmation of this, therefore I'm hesitant to say that it is. In any case, she departs with Sunny and, before returning home, leaves the bot on a bridge by itself. As Susie lies in bed, she examines photos of the counselor and notices the same red tire marks on the floor. It appears to imply that this was the robot's fault. Unfortunately, Sunny has returned when she wakes up. But the robot makes Masa's well-known kissing hand gestures and reiterates that it was designed with her in mind. The review of the episode. Sunny gets things started well with a captivating first episode and a mystery that seems destined to take up most of it.